There's a new trend in 2017 for those of you looking to buy a flagship. Large phones are being overshadowed by large displays on smaller form factors. The only minor detail to consider is that, as of the spring, only 2 companies have been able to pull it off just right. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and this is Samsung Galaxy S8 versus LG G6, brought to you by Dbrand. One thing that we geeks have learned the hard way is that specs continue to be less and less important when choosing a smartphone. Products like the iPhone have proven that even forgettable hardware can be popular, so long as the software and the overall package are delightful. Samsung and LG have decided to step up that mentality a notch because, for starters, there's just nothing forgettable about this hardware. We've got 2 beautiful slabs of metal and glass that were designed to look beautiful from every angle and feel smaller than they really are. To achieve this, Samsung and LG have come up with the coolest trick of nearly killing the infamous bezel. This required an aspect ratio of 18:9 on the LG G6, reaching a crazy 80% screen-to-body ratio versus 18.5:9 on the Galaxy, going to an even crazier 83%. Rounded corners were also made standard in order to assist with added durability in case of a fall. These are both Quad HD Plus capable displays that support HDR playback, with LG's Full Vision IPS tipping more towards color accuracy, while Samsung's Infinity AMOLED panel is more focused on color saturation. Calling out a winner is a matter of taste. The Galaxy does a far better job in direct sunlight thanks to the added brightness of its display, but just keep in mind that it's set to 1080p by default for power efficiency, with no options available on the G6. Fans of curves and shiny metal should incline more to the Galaxy, while fans of grippy feel should incline more to the G6. Fans of an ergonomic fingerprint scanner should also stick to the G6, though the Galaxy kills it by adding some extra ways to unlock your phone, like an iris scanner, in addition to facial recognition that I still don't recommend because of its accuracy and ways for you to fool it. Both devices have the exact same height and pretty much the same thickness, though the G6 is a couple of millimeters wider and 8 grams heavier. Both are IP68 water and dust resistant, but only the G6 is mil-spec 810G drop resistant, while the Galaxy is already having a bad reputation for fragile curves. The reputation goes away when you compare internals though. The Galaxy sports a newer Snapdragon 835 versus last year's 821, even if RAM is the same. Now the G6 compensates by sporting 10% more battery versus Samsung's more efficient processor, with wireless charging and fast charging supported on both. And expandable storage is also available on both, even though the Galaxy doubles the base storage at 64 gigs. Now, can you tell that the Galaxy sports a newer processor? Actually, no. I'd even say that the stutters are actually more common on the Galaxy than on the G6. About the only way where you'll notice a difference is when you launch a specific graphics-intensive game, where the Galaxy will launch at probably a half a second faster than the G6, but then gameplay is pretty much the same. If anything, I'd give Samsung more props for better taste and aesthetics of its user interface. It's far more heavily skinned than LG's launcher, but I feel it provides a better taste and design elements in addition to iconography, with the G6 launcher being far less cohesive. And speaking of less cohesive, LG made this big deal about the G6 serving better for one-hand use, but actually, that's not true in any way. I mean, if you want to reach anything at the top of the phone, it's pretty much not going to happen. Where Samsung actually didn't boast at all about this and still managed to include a one-handed feature through the advanced software section. About the only thing where I'll give props to LG and its software is in being a better partner with Google and not reinventing the wheel. While Samsung's Bixby is more bloatware than anything, and we're pressing this button that's just hit or miss all the time. And then honestly, where I won't even congratulate either company is when it comes to software updates, as both devices are still running last year's Android 7.0. And true, by now we should already be accustomed by these 2 OEMs being terrible at updates, But the problem is that these phones really need the battery enhancements of Android 7.1. As it stands, it doesn't really matter if one phone has a larger battery than the other. Both devices scrawl to get through a day of moderate use, and that's very sad. And speaking of sad, make sure you keep your hands away from the speaker.
DAC add-on. What we were left with was one of the poorest performing.
Because even to this day and age, there's still only one bottom-firing speaker across the board.
But Samsung is at the top of that list. Enhanced.
Now, both speakers are loud, I will give you that. And sure, both devices did a great job when it came to headphone audio in Juan's Real Audio review. Now, a very tough thing to compare here is the camera, but oddly not because one camera is better than the other. On the contrary, both devices sport my personal pick for the best cameras of 2017, hands down. The problem with the Galaxy is the lack of versatility that LG offers through its secondary wide-angle lens. See, there are many scenarios where you will not be able to stand back of a building, and where the G6 is just the most convenient phone to carry because the wide angle will provide you with that functionality. For these particular scenarios, the G6 just cannot be beat. And it's also very helpful for video, since most of us don't really like the fact that smartphone cameras push an extra crop when you're filming. Wide-angle shots are also available for selfie cameras across the board, and I would even consider the Galaxy to provide less washed-out results. The only problem is when it comes to selfie video, Samsung for some reason pushed the horrible crop that I hate from the iPhone, where the G6 offers a more versatile option with wide-angle video. To conclude, I think this comparison has served to prove that newer processors or larger batteries are not enough points to declare a winner. The spec sheet in the end is only as good as the experience each device is able to provide. Even price is not relevant, as the $100 that you save with the G6 are compensated by double the storage and AKG headphones bundled with the Galaxy, and then the rest is subjective. Those of you looking for a more durable phone with a versatile camera that adapts to your needs, then the LG G6 might be the better option for you to pick. And those of you looking for more future-proof internals, double the base storage, enhanced biometric security, a great camera, and a more cohesive user interface that's actually easier to use in one hand, then your eye should be set on the Galaxy S8. What's important is that both devices are great buys, and both are smartphones that I have no problem in recommending in 2017. If you're looking to protect the glass on your new Galaxy S8, add grip, or prevent those ugly fingerprint smudges, head on over to Dbrand. There are tons of options to customize the look and the feel of your new device. We thank Dbrand for sponsoring this video, and you can learn more about them in the link below. While you're at that, make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.